Well, we have the track Screamer, and it's one of those things that just kind of came out of my mouth when Colin, our new keyboard player, brought me the track. I just started going like a screamer, and then I thought that it kind of fit in when all the songs were written and we were recording them. It kind of fit in with the overall shape of the record. That, you know, there's a lot of escapism going on in music right now. And I wanted to have music that wasn't like escapist, but it was like I'm engaged in what's going on, and I've got my voice in it fully and completely without apology. And that's kind of what being a screamer is. It just fit right in the slot for the record. It didn't take me much time to figure that out. Oh yeah, I wanted to be called Whipping Boy. And I was also pondering just calling it Jenkins, because you can see Jenkins. It's such a it's just like a common as dirt name, but having that be like up in lights, I thought would have been good. But I kind of wanted a smart ass name, wordplay kind of thing. So Third Eye Blind. Thought it would look good on a T-shirt. I mean, I wish I was better. I wish I could really play piano, and I always tell like little kids, you know, when they're coming up, it's like, just, it's like, eat your damn vegetables, do your piano, you know, do your piano lessons, do your scales, because it allows you to play so many other things, as does drums. You know, if you're going to play another instrument, you should also learn to play drums, because it connects you fully with the track, really kind of locks you in a way that nothing else does. And I would say that for classical musicians as well as more rock, hip hop oriented musicians, that if you can actually play drums, all these rhythms get ingrained in you, and that is just vital. I quit Christmas a long time ago because it was always just so much family strife and like all the consumerism and everything. I just didn't really want anything to do with it. And then years later, it just kind of got resurrected by a bunch of friends who had also quit Christmas, and we had this big gathering up in Aspen. And suddenly there was this feeling of sharing, and I kind of loved it because most of my friends there were Jews, and they kind of just, I was like, yes, appropriate this holiday. You know, it's not, Christmas is a Norse, it's a pagan celebration. It's tree worship. And it just got appropriated by one group. And you can just keep right on appropriating it, because to me, it's really just about generosity, and it's about welcoming. And when you get into that kind of vibe, then it just becomes lovely. Also, little kids like to believe in Santa. So I like winter. I want to protect winter. Climate change is fully and completely upon us, and I fear for winter. I fear that, you know, that the Winter Olympics are going to be this, you know, in 20 years, that they're just going to be this sort of nostalgic thing that when we used to have winter. I'm very fearful of that. I think the rhythm of the seasons is a beautiful thing, and that winter is about gathering. It's this kind of this moment of like compression, and then you of course explode into spring. So, you know, I love that. I'm a super avid snowboarder, and I'll be up in Colorado for much of the winter, as much as I can, snowboarding. So no, I'm all about winter. Surfing is just foundational to my life. Yeah. Really should have been the last song on the record, but then we have these sort of extra songs. So I see Light It Up as the last track on the record, and I see there's a Screamer goes on the premise that we are already in a dystopian time, that we are in autocracy, we are living in climate change, we are living in dissolution of facts, and I see this from a real personal, emotional relationship concept. So it's really looking at relationships, the threat of it, but also like the passion, the immediacy, the sexuality of relationships in dystopia. And that song, so it fits that that Light It Up, it's kind of the end, because it's kind of saying like, look, it's showing that we didn't make it. And I feel like our world and our society is very much at risk right now. And it's saying like, this is after the whole thing shut down, but still there is this unconquerable sense of aliveness. And from that, even like, that's the magic in the ashes. It's within us. And I want people to take from Screamer that sense of their voice and their power is unconquerable.